tonight we've got two teams who aren't afraid to slow the pace of the game.
Well, B.A., it's because they're both adept at operating their half-court sets. They don't feel the need to push the tempo all the time.
Now here's Moran. So a look at our starters for Orlando. The backcourt is Suggs and Caldwell-Pope. Wagner and Banchero, the talented forward pair. And it's Bataze in at the 5, roaming the paint. Banchero against Jackson. Pass to Wagner. Bataze with a screen. Lets it go from deep. The rebound by Edey.
That's a look he couldn't pass up. He just couldn't get it to go.
There's Jackson with the 3. It's rebounded by Banchero. Tipped away and stolen by Jackson. From deep. Hits the trifecta.
And you know, his team wants Jackson Jr. to keep taking these threes, knowing it'll help open up this offense even more.
Suggs against Jackson. Back to Suggs. The jump hook to the wing on the left. 6 on the shot clock. Pass to Bataze. Lets it fly. That one a tad offline, but it drops in for him.
And he did that so well in college. Suggs sharing it well in the league, too.
The Grizzlies have gone 1 for 3 so far. The drive by Moran. Oh, there's Moran with the slam.
And one move ahead of the defense. A solid pick.
And then the monster dunk to complete the play. Well done.
Boy, picture-perfect teamwork that time, guys. One guy sacrificing for the other. That's how you succeed in this league.
Hey, good to get him going right away. I mean, those are the shots that really boost confidence.
Perhaps he's set for a big night. I mean, he can be a difference maker for him when he's on his game.
Now here's Moran. And stolen by Suggs. Outside, Caldwell-Pope. And it's Orlando with another.
You got to give respect to Caldwell-Pope's mid-range jump shot. He's got the green light to take this shot, and that green light is always on.
One thing this team loves about Jalen Suggs, he is one tough guard.
Hey, he was the state football player of the year in high school. And you don't just forget about how to be tough when you've done what he's done on the gridiron, and it translates extremely well to the hardwood. I think he's one of the better on-ball defenders in the league right now.
Memphis making a switch here. Konchar's checked in. Here's Caldwell-Pope. It's hauled in by Ja Morant. And so it's Morant who brings up the ball for Memphis. Jackson with a screen on Suggs. Oh, swiped away! First quarter of play, and we're about 3 minutes in. Back to Bataze. Wagner on the wing. Konchar covers. And Wagner hits from deep. Wagner's got 6 points.
Hunting for that shot. Wagner wants to eat.
Moran against Suggs. Now here's Moran. The D's right on him. There's Jackson with the 3. They get it back. Orlando leading. All right, let's check in with Allie LaForce.
Well, I had a chance to talk with the head coach of the Grizzlies. I asked him how he plans to slow down Paolo Banchero, and coach told me, look, he's an all-star, so you've got to guard him with your whole team. He's big, he's strong, he can punish you down low, but he's also quick and has the ability to beat you on the perimeter. We'll have to be disciplined tonight, BA.
And Allie, thank you for that. Now here's Wagner. 6 points for him. Banchero outside. Back to Wagner. 5 to shoot. The Magic need to put one up here. No good with the triple. A chance to go 2 for 1.
And you really must play this just right.
From deep, Morant. Here's Edey. And down it goes. Jam that one home.
And their offensive rebounding is such a strength for them when he's on the floor.
Yeah, he really helps them extend possessions, doesn't he?
And you know, those second chance opportunities can be game changers. You represents so much value to this team because of what he does.
And the lead just keeps changing hands.
5 times already, and we still haven't gotten out of the first half.
The Grizzlies have gone 5 of 9 from the floor. And here's Morant. He's got 5. And the foul called on Jalen Suggs. That's his first foul of the game.
First personal foul. Second team foul.
Outside Morant. Pass to Edey. Lays it up and banks it in. Edey's gotten his second bucket of the game.
Pounding it inside early and often, setting a physical tone.
And a high-scoring first quarter. Both teams really filling it up. Memphis ahead. They lead by 1. And close game underway so far. We'll see if either of these teams can jump out ahead in the second quarter. And looking at what we've seen from the Grizzlies, what do you think, guys?
You can really see the strategy coming in. Get the ball into the painted area.
Yeah, and it's worked. They've got a clear edge and points in the paint. Now we'll see if they go with a more balanced attack or just keep on pounding it inside.
Ja Morant is out there with John Conchar. Then it's Jaren Jackson. Then it's Edey. And it's Jackson in at the 3. That's the lineup out there for the Grizzlies. Morant against Suggs. Outside Morant. Shot clock at 6. Oh, my! John dropping the hammer.
I mean, just an agile move by Morant down low. Working around the contact and getting it to go.
Suggs, the pass to Banchero. Back to Suggs. 2 shots, 2 makes. Off to a good start.
Trading the lead back and forth. Neither side is willing to back down.
Yeah, and the lead has changed hands, and it just hasn't stayed in those hands very long when it's changed. Back and forth we go.
An electric player. Morant just bouncing off the contact and finishing on the drive.
I'll say this, Banchero is a guy that opponents can't forget about for a second. And you see it in all the defensive attention he gets. Teams show him all kinds of different looks, and he draws a bunch of double teams in isolation. Wagner, the pass to Suggs. Back to Wagner. Caldwell Pope, a screen on Jackson. And it's Wagner missing. Memphis leading by 3. Jackson outside. Here's Edey. He's covered by Suggs. 2 points. That one goes. Edey's got 6.
They're punishing those late defensive rotations, getting good looks inside throughout the half.
Bataze attacking. Suggs outside. To the left wing. To halt the run. And Caro no good.
And the shooter had very little space on that attempt.
And guys, that's exactly the kind of high-impact defense they want to see out of him.
Kicks it out to Jackson. And play stops. A whistle there on what looks like an illegal screen.
The screener was leaning a bit right there. His feet may not have been planted. Pretty obvious call by the officials.
Yeah, I agree. You know, sometimes that can be a tough call for the refs to make, but not that time. It was easy there.
Suggs with the bucket.
Tell you what, I love when Suggs attacks the defense like this because he's so hard to guard when he's aggressively looking to get to the rim.
Pass to Edey. And stolen by Suggs. Oh, and a fast break for the Magic. Banchero outside. Suggs, the pass to Bataze. There's the 3. Memphis with a rebound. 1:53 left in the first half of this game. To the middle. Here's Jackson. And the dunk by Jackson.
Yeah, you have to admire the size and strength of Jackson Jr. Just fantastic work establishing himself inside and slamming it down.
Wagner, the pass to Banchero. Oh, nice fake, but the layup's off the mark. And so it's Morant who brings up the ball for Memphis. 5-point lead, biggest of the game. Morant on his... Oh,
Oh, putting on a show for the fans. Morant's skills making it look like a circus in here.
The three from Banchero. The rebound by Jackson.
And lockdown defense against one of the best three-point shooters in the league.
Here's Morant. Ooh, Morant battling inside.
And adding to this lead right now. Riding a wave of momentum.
Yeah, you get the sense that they're going to start stretching this lead out a little bit.
Suggs with a screen on Jackson. And Banchero gets it to go.
He can play big and tough. I mean, Banchero bangs his way in.
Puts up a three. No good on the shot. Magic trail by 7. Wagner for 3. Knocks down the long J. Wagner's got 9.
He's a producer. It's part of their plan to get him as many touches as possible.
2 seconds separating the shot clock and the game clock. Oh, there's Morant with the slam.
Once Ja Morant gets rolling, there is no stopping him. Ja is feeling it tonight.
Jackson against Banchero. Pass to Bataze. From deep, it's tipped. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Edey.
Substitution on the court.
Ja Morant, he's feeling it tonight and has been the driving force for the Grizzlies. His fingerprints were all over that quarter. 13 points, leading the charge. Back to the game after this break. And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard. Oh, a fantastic game from Ja Morant in this one.
Yeah, tonight he's done a great job of slashing through the lane and finishing.
Yeah, you know what, guys? They gave him too many free runs to the hoop in the first half. I think they've got to be a lot tougher on him. Body him up. Be physical with him.
On the court for Orlando, we've got Wendell Carter. Jonathan Isaac is out there with Cole Anthony. And it's De Silva in at the 4. Kennard passes to Bain. No good from outside. Magic trail by 4. Pass to Black. Over to the wing. Here's De Silva. Beyond the arc. Second chance effort. And the layup is good by Isaac. Isaac's got his first 2 points.
Hey, if you're going to get offensive rebounds, you've got to stay active, and Isaac does that, doing a nice job utilizing his reach to snag those second chance opportunities.
Pass to Black. Second half of basketball, just over a minute played so far. Grant, we know non-shooting big men can clog the paint, but if they know where to move off the ball, that certainly helps.
Yeah, you know, big men who know those circle actions, like flashing to the open spot when their man gives help, they often end up with easy looks inside.
Just a little over 90 seconds gone in the third quarter. Counted from distance.
Defensively, there was a lack of aggressiveness, and it really made it easy for him to knock that shot down.
Banked it in off the glass.
Well, the defense allowed that one. He had a clear path to the cup.
Kennard outside. Fires for 3. And again, it's the Grizzlies from deep.
A total defensive collapse. I mean, no reason to allow him that kind of space from behind the arc.
Here's Black. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Memphis leading by 6. Here's Aldama. Deflected. And he gets it back. For Orlando, they've gotten 3 of 6 shots to fall so far in the third.
A capable floor general. I love watching Anthony set up his teammates.
Bagley for 3. It's hauled in by Isaac. Magic trail by 3. To the right side. Here's Black. They get the rebound. Pass to De Silva. Isaac with it. For the tie. Aldama grabs the board. For Memphis, they've got just 2 of 6 in the second half. Kennard for 3. Knocks down the triple. Kennard's got 6.
You know, they've got to make him earn those threes. You play off of him, and he's automatic from that distance.
Black. What a terrific move that is.
Nice dribble move to get to the hoop for an easy 2.
Memphis has gotten 3 of 6 threes to fall in the third quarter. Kennard outside. Payne, the pass to Kennard. There's the triple. Out of bounds. It'll be Orlando's ball.
Orlando's ball.
.125 left to play in the third quarter here. Floats one, and it's Anthony with a bucket inside. Now just a 2-point Memphis lead.
Kept moving and found an opening, staying active. Anthony grinding for that bucket in tight.
Picked by Aldama. Kennard passes to Bagley. Kicks it out to Kennard. 6 to shoot from the arc. On the wing, Bane. Here's the 3. And it's Orlando with a rebound. Here's Carter into the lane. Boy, that foul looked intentional. Not exactly what you'd expect here.
Yeah, I know. It just doesn't make sense given the situation. I mean, I'm just not sure what he was thinking right there. I mean, he needs to get his head in the game.
Yeah, yeah, completely a brain fade. I don't know where that came from. Just lost sense of time and the situation.
Kennard for 3. Connects from downtown. Kennard's got 9 points here in the second half.
Man, this is just fun. These teams are trading threes back and forth.
Nothing like answering back. One team gets 3, you fire 3 of your own. Boom.
9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. And stolen by Bagley. Pass to Wells. Takes a 3. The rebound by Carter. Here's Anthony. The ball's knocked loose. Outside Carter. Down low. Here's De Silva. That misses. Would have counted had it gone. That concludes the third quarter. It continues to... All right, let's take a look at our assist of the game presented by State Farm.
This is the definition of team chemistry. I love to see this kind of communication and connection between teammates leading to the perfect pass.
For me, next to the big-time alley-oops and monster throwdowns, passes like that are probably the next best thing when it comes to sweet-looking NBA highlights.
Well, this has been a great contest so far. I imagine the fourth quarter could have more action in store for us. Santi Aldama out there with Marvin Bagley. Then it's Desmond Bane. Then it's Luke Kennard. And it's Wells in at the small forward position. That's the lineup in the game for Memphis. Here's De Silva. Lays it up and in on the nice reverse.
Cutting into this lead. They're well within striking distance.
Boy, time to tighten it up on defense. A stop here would be huge.
A line change here for Memphis. And so Moran will bring it up for the Memphis Grizzlies. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. Moran with the slam!
Oh, the vertical of Morant is simply incredible. I mean, he's fantastic at using it to his advantage on the inside.
And it's Wagner missing. Memphis leading by 5. Morant with it. Now guarded by Suggs. Fires from deep. Morant, no good. Morant's got 1 3-pointer tonight so far in 4 tries. Here's Caldwell Pope. The Grizzlies pull it in.
Great work by the defense. That's the intensity coaches want to see.
Jackson gets the bucket.
Their strategy has been pretty simple here in the second half. Attack from 3-point range.
Certainly. I mean, they saw a weakness in the perimeter defense and took advantage of it.
Pass to Bataze. Back to Wagner. No problem on the jumper in close.
Good work by Wagner there, taking advantage of a point-blank opportunity.
Morant into the lane. And then Morant with the dunk.
And he just driving the stake in him there.
He's a guy who just never lets up.
And that's terribly demoralizing for a defense, guys. I mean, they know he's going to keep coming and coming and coming, and that they may not have an answer for it.
This has been the story of the game, a battle fought on offense.
Any lull in the action so far has been short-lived because there have been nothing but buckets in this one.
Here's Morant. Morant with the slam!
And the bounce that Morant possesses is unlike anyone else at his position.
Caldwell Pope, a screen on Jackson. Wagner for three. Williams grabs the board. Memphis leading by 8. Jackson outside. Fades. It's rebounded by Batadze. Batadze's got 4 rebounds now. Shakes him. The basket drops, and he gets fouled on the shot. 1 free throw coming his way.
Yeah, that play shows Banchero's strength and his determination.
Conchar, he's checked in for Williams.
You see why he's one of the guys they want at the line in these situations.
Here's Morant. And then Morant with the jam!
The quick feed of Morant. He's so dangerous when he's cutting to the rim.
Wagner for 3. And that basket makes him 5 for 10. Steady production so far.
And this is just typical of him. Always making an impact at crucial moments in the game.
You know, they want the ball in his hands here because they trust him to hit all the big shots.
And that three-pointer is big. Cancels out the triple at the other end and helps stretch out their lead.
You can sense that the crowd, guys, is starting to feel as though this game just might be theirs.
Ooh, another basket for him. He's 6 of 11 now.
Really like how Wagner has really gone after it on offense. That's part of why he's hot right now.
Jackson outside. Three-pointer off the mark.
And, you know, even though that shot didn't go down, I like how they got him a wide-open look in space there.
Outside, Caldwell Pope. Pass to Suggs. Just 5 to shoot. Here's Batadze. This one for 3. The rebound by Edey. On the wing, Conchar. Jackson outside. Back to Conchar. To the inside. Jackson gets the bucket. And the Grizzlies lead by 7.
Yeah, that's how Jackson's most effective, playing aggressive around the basket.
And it's good. And now they trail by just 4.
The young fella taking charge of the situation. Wagner gets the clutch bucket for his team. How sweet is that?
From deep, Morant. And the three-pointer goes.
They have a relentless mentality, even with the game in total control.
And, you know, until that final buzzer sounds, I mean, you've got to treat every possession like it's crucial.
Man, this is just fun. These teams are trading threes back and forth.
Nothing like answering back. One team gets 3, you fire 3 of your own. Boom.
Yeah, what composure from Jackson Jr., not allowing the pressure of the moment to get to him.
And stolen by Suggs. Banchero right side. From downtown, it's off. So Memphis wins it. Boy, a hard-fought game. They did a great job of holding on to the lead.
But eventually, I'll get there.
I'm a tiger on the loose, I'm a menace in the booth, I'm a medicine you're afraid to take. I'm the gasoline and nut and the devil in your gut that you're fighting just to keep it fake. Kinda like the view with the dice in the mid, top down with the rims and gold. So baby, pour me a drink, I'm gonna let out the freak beat back in the kiss. Let him run, let him eat, stone cold killer. Let off the beat. Let him bang on the streets like Godzilla. Let him
Expect more of a methodical pace, Brent, I think, in this one. What do you think?
Yeah, you're right, Kevin. Both of these teams love to run their offense in the half court. They'll slow things down. They'll love the setups. They'll try to manipulate a couple of the plays to get matchups they want. Neither side afraid to take it under 5 seconds on the shot clock, and that patience may pay off.
And now the Golden State Warriors starters. Draymond Green is out there with Jimmy Butler. Then it's Curry. Then there's Payton. And it's Post in at the 5 spot. Now Curry. Following Jaren Jackson's three-point attempt. Fires the 3. Curry can't get it to go. Morant with it. Butler covering. Morant against Butler. Jackson setting the pick here for Morant. And then Morant slams it in.
Fantastic instincts there by Morant, sizing up the D and then just taking what he sees.
There's the pick. Here's Curry with the 3. Sinks the three-pointer.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
And many around the league believe Curry doesn't get enough fouls called in his favor. G.A., what do you think?
There could be some truth to that. He gets held and grabbed more than anyone when running off screens, but especially blatant on drives to the rim.
Now here's Payton. They double-team Curry. Fires from deep. Was shot by Payton, no good. For Memphis, they've gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. Jacks up a 3. And it's rebounded by Morant. Outside for Jackson. And again, Memphis, no good. Golden State's gone just 1 of 4 from three-point range here in the first.
Oh, very clever from Curry. They're attracting the defense and then just giving it away.
Shoots. They set the pick. Pass to Edey. Takes the 3. Good. And a nice assist from Morant.
You can't just stop when there's a pick set up. Gotta fight over it as a defender.
That's one that the coaches will watch tomorrow with that player. You hate to see him give up in that situation.
Grizzlies have gone 2 of 5 here, making 40% so far to start out the game. Inside, and the dunk by Jackson.
And I like how Morant threaded the needle there. Just an excellent pass off that pick.
Here's Curry out left of the wing, and it's going to be out of bounds. The Grizzlies will take it.
Yeah, that's a tough one. An experienced player in the pro game shouldn't be making that pass.
The Grizzlies have gone 50% from the field, hitting 3 of 6 since the opening tip. Morant passes to Wells. Can't cash in from close range. The Warriors trailing. It's 3-on-3 on the fast break. It's time now to hear from our Hall of Fame reporter, David Aldridge. What's the latest, David?
Thank you, Kevin. Well, I caught up with the Grizzlies head coach. We talked about a lot of things, including how to try and slow down Steph Curry. He said it's the usual stuff. You can't go under screens. You have to contest without fouling. You have to recognize he will put the ball on the floor and drive if you overplay him. That's a lot to account for, guys.
Thanks, David. And here is Curry, following the 3 from Jaren Jackson. Curry's shot is off. The Grizzlies have gone 50% from the field to this point, 4 of 8. Break since reaching 5 consecutive NBA Finals. The Warriors have missed the playoffs 3 of the past 5 years.
And to be fair, they did go 46-36 last season. They were 10 games over 500 last year. So they weren't a bad team, but Golden State doesn't just expect to be in the play-in. They want to be a contender.
Well, you give Curry a point-blank shot. That's just too easy.
The 3 from Morant. And again, it's the Grizzlies from deep.
Well, he is looking confident. Love how they're using him so far.
Yeah, right now I don't see any let-up. I think he's going to just keep putting his foot on that gas pedal tonight.
Curry with another miss.
Well, it isn't for a lack of effort when it comes to getting up to 3-pointers, but not much to show for it. He's going to lose the green light here very early in this game if this keeps up.
Morant, and finished off by Morant.
This is how athletes athletic Morant is. A point guard who possesses incredible athleticism.
Pass to post. Three-pointer. And a great assist by Curry as that one goes in. Post has got 8 points.
Does so much out there to stretch out the defense when he's out on the perimeter, and he drains the triple.
Just as quick as anyone in this league, Morant can seemingly get to the hole at will.
There's the pick. It's Curry outside. Edey with the rebound. With 2 seconds left, 1 second left, flips it home after the terrific move.
Give them credit. Offensively, they've been the more efficient team.
Yeah, that along with maintaining the pace of play right now.
Ja Morant has been leading the charge, guys, for the Memphis Grizzlies. Setting up teammates and getting buckets. He is looking as determined as ever. We'll return shortly. And welcome back to the second quarter of action. Plenty of basketball left to play, but this one has been one-sided so far. Now let's take a moment to get your guys' take on the scoring so far for the Grizzlies.
Absolutely dialed in from beyond the arc so far in this one. The defense is surrendering the long-range shot here early on.
I love the passing that they displayed at the start of the game. Great ball movement that's opening up some chances without really getting deep into the execution.
Wells is out there with Ja Morant. Then there's Edey. And there's Jackson. And it's Jackson and at the 4. That's the group for Memphis to kick off the second quarter. With so many years in the NBA, you would think Curry would slow down, wouldn't you, Brent? But he remains at the very top of his game.
I think the best part about what we're seeing with Steph right now, Kevin, is his competitive will. You get to this age, and you get to this stage after accomplishing all the things that Steph has done, and it's still not enough. So let's keep enjoying him while we can.
Out to the right wing. Here's Edey. A chance there to push it to double digits, but it's off the mark. Warriors trail by 9. Pass to Green. And Green slams it in.
Draymond Green sees that he can get out into the lane. He can run the floor with some speed.
Morant against Payton. From deep. Warriors with the rebound. And Stephen Curry with the foul. That is his first foul of the game.
Oh, great defense there. Anticipated the play and got there first.
Second quarter of basketball, just over a minute and a half played so far. Here's Morant. Outside for Jackson. There's a good screen. And again, Memphis no good.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the 3. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
3 points.
And we're about 2 minutes into the second quarter here. Morant scanning the floor. Jackson a screen on Payton. Outside for Jackson. Pass to Jackson for the 3. Good, and a nice assist from Morant. Morant's got his 5th assist in this one.
And I like the back and forth here, showing confidence from Rain.
It seems like they're going to find out who can make the deepest threes. Right now, it's a shootout.
And here's Green outside. Another 3 for Golden State. It feels like every season, Brent, we set a record for pace in the NBA. Why do you think that is?
Well, I don't know, Kevin, if it's every team that's seeking pace. Although in every coach's press conference, you'll hear about them talking about playing faster and wanting to get out in transition. That's where you take advantages of defenses most. Look, if you got a young team, open up the floodgates and let them run. Probably more success coming your way.
That one's good, and the Grizzly lead is cut down to 4 on the bucket from Curry. Now Morant. He's got 11. 1:43 left to play in the first half. Hangs in midair and converts on the double clutch layup. Morant's got 4 this quarter.
And what a show Morant is putting on. Every time he touches the ball, you feel like he's going to score.
Curry dishes to Green. Outside Curry. Out to Peyton. Pocket 6. No good from outside. Memphis leading by 6. It's an odd stat, but what I'm going to throw out there anyway, the Memphis Grizzlies set an NBA record last season for players used in a season.
Kevin, this isn't football, right? They had 33 different guys suited up last season. That tells you how difficult it was. Constant change, hard to build chemistry, and let's face it, hard to win games.
Curry outside. Rebounded by Jackson.
Yeah, we're chipping some orange paint off the rim here, guys. He must be more patient on offense and trying to find ways to penetrate inside and get closer to the rim.
He can't hit that time.
Let's hope for his sake that he does not try that one ever again.
6 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Jackson kicks to Morant. From past the arc, it's good from long range. Morant's got 16 points.
More of a dribble drive guard, but the defense can't forget about Jaw's ability outside the arc.
Pass to post. Here's Curry. Outside Butler. A 3. No good on the last second attempt there. And so it's the Memphis Grizzlies in control with the 9-point lead. Thank you, David, for that interview. And we'll see you back here after the break for third quarter basketball. And happy you could join us. We've got 2 quarters left to go in regulation. Guys, Ja Morant has been sensational.
It's something that isn't his strength, but he's done a great job of finding the open man.
Well, if we were grading playmaking today, it's an A+ from him.
So with Curry sitting on the bench, here's the group that Steve Kerr has on the floor. They've got Moses Moody, Podziemski out there with Buddy Hield. Then it's Kuminga, and it's Looney in at the 5 down low. Podziemski on the wing. Back to Moody. To the left wing. Lets it go from deep. But Grizzlies pull it in. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. All right, Brent, quick. First thing that comes to your mind when you think of Jonathan Kuminga.
Physicality, Kevin. I mean, this guy is so dominant athletically that Jonathan Kuminga is a presence out on the floor. If he continues to put himself into situations where he can put his body on guys and play fearlessly, his game is going to continue to grow.
Hield way outside. Good on the 3-point shot.
Yeah, nice to see Buddy Hield. This is where he gets his bread and butter kind of plays, sinking the deep triple.
Bagley sets a screen for Kennard. And they wasted no time getting those 3 points back. Kennard's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. And here's Hield. He'll bring it up for Golden State. Trailing here by 8. Kuminga, screen on Kennard. Hield can't hit.
Ooh, he missed an easy chance to put some points on the board. He won't get a much better look at that kind of shot again here probably tonight.
Here's Podziemski. Gets the 3-pointer to fall. Podziemski's got 2 now from beyond the arc in the third for the Warriors. Pippen feeling it out a bit. Bagley sets a screen for Pippen. Got it. Good job in the low post. Pippen's got his first basket.
How about how he sets his man up there, runs him right into the screen, and then gets the basket.
Here's Podziemski. And the layup's good off the glass.
They didn't have much of a problem getting the ball into the post that time.
And the Grizzlies leading by 5. Bain inside the 3-point line. And Moody pulls it down.
D giving him that shot, and that's probably not a good idea, but I guess they knew what they were doing that time.
Podziemski with it. Pippen on him. Kuminga up top. He has yet to score. Here's Hield. Bagley with the rebound. Pass to Moody. And it's Memphis on the break. In the corner, it's Bain. Here's Stevens. The Grizzlies with another miss. Warriors trail by 5. It seems likely that the Warriors' title run under Steph Curry, Brent, has probably come to a close.
I'm not going to count Steph Curry out quite yet, Kevin, but they have added some quality youngsters. They're trying to grow that group. How fast can they bring those kids along to championship caliber players? That's the big question. They're going to win their share of games.
Hield from outside. Sinks the triple. Hield's got the game tied up here for the Warriors.
Well, they used to refer to him as Buddy Buckets. Maybe that will stick in this league.
Carries it from three-point range. Bagley's got his first 3 points of the game.
Nice answer back there. Love to see the competitors.
Yeah, both teams finding ways to the three-point line and trying to take advantage from distance.
Kennard against Hield. Here's the screen. Now, here's Kennard. He's covered closely, and the three ball is good.
And if the defense is going to shut down one thing with Kennard, I'd start with the three-point shooting.
Shoots the three. Bagley with the rebound. Bagley's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Pippen, the pass to Stevens. Bain looking around. Pass to Pippen. Let's go. Warriors with the rebound.
He loved to make them pay for giving up that wide-open jumper, just unable to do so.
1 second separating the shot clock and game clock. Now Moody, guarded by Bain. And here we go, the Grizzlies on a fast break. Bagley from outside, nailed from three-point land. Bagley's got the lead up to 9 now for the Grizzlies. Here's Pajemski. And the last shot before the buzzer is off. And so it's Memphis in control with a 9-point lead to end the quarter. From beyond the arc. The fourth quarter has arrived. So good to have you with us. And the Grizzlies leading by 9. John Morant, he's out there with Wells. And there's Jackson. Then there's Edey. And it's Jackson in at the 4 slot. That's the lineup in the game for Memphis. And Morant throws it down.
And credit the screen for giving him the space he needed to get to the rim.
For sure, GA allows him to come in with the sledgehammer.
Yeah, well, I settle for the layup when you can attack the rim and rise up like that.
Here's Curry with the 3. Edey with the rebound. Edey's got 6 rebounds in the game. Morant with a wide open look. And it's off from three-point range. Warriors trail by 11. Pass to post. Back to Curry. The inside game of Stephen Curry.
Now, what a great option he gives them on every possession.
Morant outside. Here's Wells. Good, and a nice assist from Morant. And the Grizzlies lead by 12.
It's like reading a picture book for Morant. He makes it look insanely easy.
Here's Curry. Sinks that one from the post. Curry's got 4 points in the quarter.
Well, he's too good a finisher to blow that kind of chance, but that's going to be a wake-up call to the defense.
Fires the 3, and again, it's the Grizzlies from deep.
Another good play. This is how they built the lead, calling on the right guys at the right time.
Basketball IQ is something that gets talked about, but its importance to a team showing up here, running plays that turn into scores.
Launches a 3. The Warriors pull it in. Morant with the steal.
Good job getting the ball and completing that play.
defense producing easy looks, it just helps you conserve some energy for late in the game.
Good.
That's pretty much not how they want to bend the three-point line. Somebody's got to shadow him out there.
Memphis leading by 12. Morant outside. Pass to Jackson. The tray. Knocks down the three ball. Jackson's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game.
Both teams running perimeter-oriented plays that are working.
Well, both of them looking towards the three-point line. And I like to see that, especially when the results are made buckets.
Payton against Morant.
Oh, yikes. Look out below. About that finish. Oof. You have got to be kidding.
Hey, talk about taking things into your own hands. Curry is inside. Count it. Good. Curry's got 6 here in this quarter. We've played just over 3.5 minutes now in the fourth quarter.
And so just rolling to the finish line now in what has been a very confident-looking performance for the Grizzlies.
When you shoot this well from three-point range, you're really hard to stop. The defense didn't rotate out fast enough to stop the hot shooters.
Exactly, Kevin. They were lethal from deep.
And you know, when you look at the huge impact he had, just a monster game for Ja Morant.
And with all these assists, it's obvious how well that he can see the entirety of the floor out there. If an easy bucket is to be had, he'll find it.
Butler on the wing. Guarded by Morant. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. And Jimmy Butler puts together, Brent, one of the all-time playoff runs, leading the Heat to the finals in 2023.
Yeah, you don't want to live in or dwell on the past, but man, Miami being the 8th seed that year, Kevin, and with Jimmy putting up 38 a game in that first round against the Bucks. Guy earned the MVP of the Eastern Conference Finals. What a run.
Jackson setting the pick here for Morant. Here's the three. Drills the three-pointer. And the Grizzlies lead by 16.
Finishing strong. This is how you want to close things out.
Yeah, definitely putting a stamp on this one. A very, very decisive victory for the club tonight.
2 open that time. Made it look too easy. 2 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. And here's Morant. He'll bring it up for Memphis. They led by as many as 18 points. Shot clock at 6. Puts up a deep 3. They get it back. So no problem for Memphis as they get the win. All right, David, thank you. And that'll do it, folks. For Greg Anthony.
CLA Sport. All right, checking out Golden State's opening lineup. Stephen Curry is out there with Gary Payton II. Then there's Jimmy Butler. Then there's Draymond Green. And it's Post in at the center position. And for Orlando, the backcourt is Suggs and Caldwell Pope. Wagner and Banchero, the talented forward pair. And it's Bataze in at the 5. Outside, Green. These teams have talent up and down the depth chart, Coach. How important is that in assembling a contender?
Well, look, it's even more important, Brian, in the regular season than it is in the playoff. To get through a long NBA season and get yourself in good playoff position, you're going to need a lot of guys. 12, 13 guys at different points of the year are going to have to be ready to make contributions. Now, obviously, the team with the better starting 5 will have the edge, but depth can be a big factor even in the playoffs.
Now here's Banchero. The 3 is up. Count it. 1 for 1 to start the game.
Yeah, there's not much Banchero can't do in the pick and roll set. He's comfortable as the roller or with the ball in his hands.
Curry from deep three-point land. Trying to come right back with a 3 of his own, but it's no good. Outside, Caldwell Pope. Wagner with a screen on Payton. And Caldwell Pope gets it to go.
Don't want to let him get into a rhythm from out there.
The Warriors have gone 1 for 3 so far. How about Paolo Banchero, Coach? What a special talent. The first overall pick back in 2022, and then the Rookie of the Year.
Well, Brian, he's not just a scorer. He's a 6'10" playmaker, and getting that out of someone who plays on the front line and can also play as a small ball 5, Banchero's versatility makes him very valuable.
Now here's Curry. Another 3 for Golden State.
Yeah, most of the time you assume Curry's 3-ball is falling. That's how good he is.
And Carroll with a screen on Curry. Here's Caldwell Pope. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Caldwell Pope's got 5 now.
Terrific design and execution, leading to an opportunity right at the rim.
Here's Curry. And that makes him 3 for 4. He's looking good.
Not afraid to mix it up inside. Curry is a crafty finisher.
Here's Suggs. Always a nice way to start. Takes his first one.
And setting the tempo with an assertive move. Like, where was the defense on that play?
Well, when you are the aggressor this early, it is intimidating. Yeah, he makes it look so easy out there. The game comes naturally to him.
Caldwell Pope against Curry. On the wing, Suggs. Pass to Banchero. Shot clock at 5. Here's Caldwell Pope. Rebounded by Green.
Well, that one should be in his wheelhouse, but just off the mark.
And Stephen Curry again. 12 points for him.
Well, guys, I'm happy I'm not guarding Steph right now. On nights like tonight, Curry can do no wrong.
Suggs finds Banchero. Oh, Banchero throws it down.
Oh, my. What a move on the baseline. Then the big-time finish there, B.A.
Incredible reverse. He had to go way up for that one. Payton's shot is good.
Attacking in the painted area. Clearly, that was their game plan coming in.
Suggs against Payton. And Suggs the bucket on the assist by Wagner.
And I like the shot selection. Suggs recognizes when to look to score inside.
Pass to Post. Jacks up a 3. Gets his second attempt to go. Now he's 1 for 2.
Yeah, showing off that ability to stretch the floor. Seems like everyone is a threat at the arc these days.
Bataze with a screen. Offensive board. Suggs outside. Wagner against Butler. For 3, Caldwell Pope. The Warriors pull it in. Outside Butler. Pass to Payton. Here's Post. Soft touch off the glass. Post has got 5 now.
And you like the balance here, not just falling in love with the 3-ball.
It's a 4-second differential between the shot clock and game clock. And Bataze gets it to go.
And he did that so well in college. Suggs sharing it well in the league, too.
And here's Curry for 3. It's rebounded by Wagner. On the wing, Caldwell Pope. And again, it's the magic from deep.
I know it's early, but you have to wonder if these offenses can keep this up.
Well, you expect there to be peaks and valleys, but you've got some excellent scores on both sides.
Both teams have it going here early, and some good action already in this one, but a fairly even matchup after this first quarter of play. All right, guys, what do you think about the offensive approach we've seen so far for the Warriors?
Well, a lot of times you'll hear coaches yell, get the ball inside, and you can see why. Good things happen when you get the ball into the paint.
And following off of what you said, they've really done a good job distributing the ball, passing up good shots for great ones.
On the floor for the Warriors, Jimmy Butler out there with Draymond Green. Then there's Gary Payton II. Then there's Stephen Curry. And it's Post in at the center. Payton against Caldwell Pope. And that one goes. 4 for 7 for him so far.
It doesn't get any easier than that. The defense has to play better.
And Grant, despite the Warriors' success over the last decade, it hasn't always been this way for this franchise.
Yeah, they didn't have many winning seasons before they got Steph, Clay, and Dre. And you know, B.A., from 1978 to 2012, they made the playoffs just 6 times.
The Warriors lead by 3. Curry looking it over. Curry from inside.
That's been the story of their offense so far, getting a number of looks from point-blank range.
Wagner for 3. That's no good. He's 0 for 4. Golden State has gotten 3 of their 7 threes to find the net in this matchup. Butler passes to Payton. Back to Butler. And Butler inside.
How talented is Butler? I mean, just so adept at carving out some space inside and converting.
Pass to Bataze. The 3-ball. He's in his comfort zone. 2 for 2 to start this one.
The defense gave him a little space, and he took advantage.
Curry goes in. Outside Payton. Green with a screen on Caldwell Pope. No one covering. Payton's got 5 points.
Exchanging buckets from downtown. That's been a staple of tonight's game.
Yeah, sometimes you get in a shootout like this, but you just hope that you can get a stop first.
Pass to Post. Outside for Green. Payton with a screen on Wagner. And it's Green missing. Magic trail by 7. Wagner on the wing. Green covering. Oh, a big finish with a one-handed jam.
Hey, kept it simple. No reason to get fancy right now, B.A.
Yeah, he's just looking to find shots and produce for his team. Curry passes to Payton. And here's Curry.
2 minutes remaining in the first half.
From deep three-point land. It's good! Curry with a long-range bomb. Stan, you were a long-time coach in the NBA, one of the most demanding jobs on the planet. Just how much is required time-wise from an NBA coach?
Well, it's a lot of time. I mean, it's all day, every day, 7 days a week in season. But look, let's put it in perspective. It's not like we're out there running a jacket.
Now that's a visual I'd like to see from you, Coach. Inside, outside for Green. And a miss there on the triple. And so Banchero will bring it up for Orlando. It's a 5-point game. Here's Bataze. He's covered by Curry. Outside, Caldwell Pope. Pass to Banchero. It's stolen by Green. And they're pushing it up. And Kentavious Caldwell-Pope picks up the foul. That's his first foul of the game.
First personal foul. First team foul.
There's 57 seconds left in the second. To the wing, right side, Post. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Curry. Post has got 5 points now this quarter.
Terrific ball movement leading to the basket. You love to see it.
Good work there as it goes.
Well, that's what you're looking for. Shots from point-blank range.
The Warriors lead by 6. The three from Curry. It's rebounded by Wagner. Orlando's gone 2 of 6 from distance here in the second quarter. And Carroll passes to Wagner. Back to Banchero. Clock at 6. The Magic need to put one up here.
And plays like that one can make the difference in a close game.
And it definitely got the bench on their feet, too.
And guys, you cannot allow that in a close game. You have to make it harder than that.
Curry, no good. Got it off in time. And he can't get that one. And the first half comes to a conclusion in a game that's been very close so far. Warriors ahead, up by 4. And we'll be back right after this.
Fans, please direct your attention to center court. And get ready for the fan half-court shot. Drums, please. They're thinking about the shot.
And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. Stephen Curry having a dominant impact in this game.
I like how they control the tempo and play to his strengths.
Yeah, he's found his spot, been patient with his shot selection, and it's paid off for himself and the team.
Wagner and Banchero, the talented forward pair. The backcourt is Suggs and Caldwell-Pope. And it's Bataze in at the center position, filling out the middle. So that's who Jamal Mosley starts the second half with. Outside Kuminga. Pass to Moody. Shoots over Isaac. Moody misses. Orlando trailing here. For the lead. Offensive rebound. Isaac outside. Orlando gets it back. Hey, expanding his range. He can't get it to go. Golden State has gone 6 of 14 from the perimeter tonight. Outside Pajemski. Orlando grabs the miss. And here in the second half of play, we're just over a minute in. Pass to Carter. Here's the pick. The three. And it's Isaac with the basket on the assist by Carter.
And I'm really liking the confidence from Isaac. He feels like no one can guard him off the catch.
Here's Pajemski. Sends it home from three-point land. Pajemski's gotten himself going here. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Isaac left side. Out to the wing. Here's Black. The shot no good. Nice D from Moody. The Warriors leading. Pass to Looney. Moody with it.
Magic foul. Black. First personal foul. Second team foul.
Here's Hield. Still without a bucket. Fires the three. The rebound by Carter.
And you just can't afford to give up that kind of look very often.
Here's De Silva. Yep, it finally drops after rolling around the rim.
Rock solid screen right there. The defender got completely lost.
Yeah, you've got to lock and trail hard. You can't allow him a clean look.
They get it again. Moody on the wing. Oh, Moody deadly from there.
That's inexcusable defense right there. You got to contest the shot better than that.
Anthony against Heald. Anthony, the pass to Isaac. Tried to answer back, but that three is off the mark. The Warriors lead by 3. Outside Podziemski. Nice jump shot. Podziemski's got 5 points now in the quarter. The Magic have gotten just 3 of 8 shots to go in the third quarter. Anthony finds Carter. Here's Black, picked by Carter. Launches it. Shot's good by Black.
That's just excellent offense. If the defense is giving that up, you've got to take it.
Outside Podziemski. And it's off from 3-point range. The Magic have gone 4 of 9 in the third quarter. Anthony, the pass to Isaac. And no good. Had a chance to take the lead. Golden State has gone 2 for 5 from 3 since halftime. Pass to Moody. Lets it fly. That shot missing. Orlando shooting a solid 53% from the floor. Here's Carter. Here's De Silva. 58 seconds left in the third. Isaac for 3. Rebounded by Heald.
Something's off about him this quarter.
Yeah, and sometimes guys just start pressing. The best thing for him is to just slow it down and concentrate on solid shot selection.
Here's Podziemski. They grab their own miss. Outside Moody. The 3. He drops it from range. Moody's got 6. Magic trail by 5. Anthony feeling it out a bit. Puts it up. And another miss by Orlando. Golden State has gone 3 of 7 from deep so far in the third quarter. Kuminga's shot is off. It's a one-on-one situation. 4-3. Anthony misses. And that's it for the third quarter. Both teams scoring well as we head to the fourth. The Warriors on top, up by 5. And let's take this opportunity to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
Now, I know he's a big man, but he's got some point guard in him if he's making passes like this.
Yeah, well, this is the diversification of positions in this league. Everyone does everything now.
Well, what a terrific game it's been so far, with this fourth quarter sure to bring more pressure-packed basketball. On the floor for the Warriors, they've got Moses Moody. Kuminga is out there with Kevon Looney. Then it's Buddy Hield, and it's Podziemski in at the point guard position. Pass to Hield. It's stolen. In transition to tie it up. Drills it from deep. And that ties it up.
Yeah, way back when I started coaching, you never wanted a three-pointer on a fast break. Now, it's the shot teams are looking for.
To the paint. Here's Looney. Oh, look at Looney at the rim.
Here's my question. Where is the defensive communication?
Well, I can tell you, this kind of defense will drive coaches crazy.
And now we have an intentional foul. I'm not sure why.
Yeah, bizarre play, B.A. Not sure what got into him.
So Orlando ends up going with a new group. Suggs, the pass to Banchero to take the lead. The big man, Banchero, showing the range.
You know, I know some would like to see Banchero increase his shooting range, especially since he doesn't have a solid shot from behind the arc.
Pass to post for 3. It's rebounded by Batase. For Orlando, they've gone a perfect 3 for 3 here in the fourth. Here's post, and that's going to be a travel. Orlando's gone 2 of 2 from outside so far in the fourth. Suggs with the bucket. And it's a 3-point Magic lead.
And coming down the stretch, both teams still playing fantastic offense.
Yeah, in hopes that your opponent is just going to go cold. That's not going to happen, it doesn't look like, in this one. This might go down to whoever has the last possession.
And stolen by Green. Draymond driving to the rim. Pass to post. Curry against Banchero. 6 on the shot clock. Golden State needs to get off a shot. Here's post. And all around the rim that time before dropping.
Yeah, you can tell Curry knows the angles. Smartly setting up another guy.
Wagner, the pass to Batadze. If you're just joining us, fourth quarter here. We're just over 2.5 minutes into it. Offline from the top of the key. And here's Butler outside. Orlando with the rebound. Batadze's got 4 rebounds now. Wagner with it. Now guarded by Curry. Let's go with a 3. They get it again. Here's Caldwell Pope. Oh, he drains it. His 6th making 9 tries so far.
Already an excellent passer at his position. Banchero just loves showing off his court vision.
Curry against Suggs. To tie it up. Curry buries the triple.
And Steph relishes taking key shots. It's what he's out there to do.
Caldwell Pope, a screen on Payton. Here's Suggs. Hey, in 6 attempts, he's made 5. Talk about efficiency.
Putting this team on his back. I love seeing Suggs take charge like this.
Curry. Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot 2. All right, well, a look at how the points have been generated so far. A scoring breakdown for Orlando.
Well, their passing has been just exceptional, and it's opened up the floor for them on numerous occasions.
Yeah, the other thing they're doing is absolutely scorching the net. Red hot from outside all game long.
Here's Caldwell Pope. Warriors with the rebound. 1:10 left to play in the 4th. Pass to post. He gets the first, and that gives him a lead. And so both free throws good, and it's a 2-point ball game.
Huge free throws right there. He's able to put them on top with those makes.
Wagner, the pass to Batadze. Back to Wagner. Pass to Banchero. Outside, Caldwell Pope.
Great defense from Curry. When he comes up with the block, it really fires him up. Tough one. In a game where every possession is valuable, turnovers can make the difference.
There's 39 seconds left in the 4th quarter. They'll probably slow things down now.
Burn the clock while you have the lead. I like that.
Out to the right wing. Butler on the wing. From outside the arc. That shot off the mark. And so it's Suggs. He brings it up for the Magic. Trailing by 2. Wagner, the pass to Suggs. Wagner against Butler. And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line.
Hey, nice work attracting the foul from deep. He'll shoot 3.
The second one drops. And that ties this game up. And so he's good on all 3 free throws. And that gives him a lead.
Well, make no mistake, this is exactly who they want at the line in this situation.
And Steve Kerr calls timeout here. There is a lot on the line. And he is determined to make sure everyone's on the same page. How do you think this is going to play out?
This is where your coaching is so important. They need a really good play now.
Well, they'll likely only get 1 shot at this. They need to make it count.
And so Jamal Mosley calls for the timeout. Critical moment here. He's not taking any chances. All right, thoughts on what coach is going to do here?
They're in a tough spot. Barely enough time to run the catch and shoot.
Substitution on the court.
Unable to get the ball in bounds, and they got called for a 5-second violation. So it's the Warriors who come out on top here. Thanks, Allie. Great interview once again. Thank you for joining us.
But eventually, I'll get there.
I'm a tiger on the loose, I'm a menace in the booth, I'm the medicine you're afraid to take. I'm the gasoline and nut and the devil in your gut that you're fighting just to keep it baked. Kinda like the view with the dice in the mirror, top down with the rims and gold. So baby, pour me a drink, I'm gonna let out the freak beat back in the beer. Let him run, let him eat, stone cold killer. Let off the beat. Let him bang on the streets like Godzilla. Let him eat, stone cold killer. Let off the beat. Let him bang on the streets like Godzilla.
Defense looking for answers. Kind of a lopsided matchup tonight in some regards, but everyone loves an underdog.
Yeah, let's not forget, this is the NBA. Anything can happen, and even lower-ranked teams are elite. We could still have a real contest on our hands tonight.
And the starting group for the Grizzlies. We've got Edie. Jackson is out there with G.G. Jackson. Then it's Morant, and it's Wells in at the two-guard spot.
Raw speed helps Suggs out there, keeping him ahead of the defense on the fast break.
Jackson from long range. That's no good. Misses his first shot of the night. Caldwell Pope finds Banchero. Wagner against Jackson. And Suggs throws it down.
And how about the communication between teammates on that alley-oop?
And that's what you need to pull that thing off. Here's Morant, and Morant throws it down.
It's just so much fun to watch Ja fly. The way this man can take off is so impressive.
R.J. Morant has always had unquestionable talent. Now it's a question of, can he focus on his game?
And you hope he had his wake-up call. Still one of the most exciting players in the game. His burst and bounce, one of a kind.
And it's Contavious Caldwell Pope with the foul. That's his first foul.
I mean, that's a tough break for the D. I mean, he took the hit and drew the whistle.
Suggs against Morant. The three. Edie gets the bucket.
And you see the unselfishness from Morant, wanting to share that ball with any open teammate.
Wagner with it. Guarded now by Jackson. Suggs passes to Banchero. And yes, it's good.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Easy possessions like that literally are just a gift. You just dream of them. He'll gladly take those.
And let's head over to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Had a chance to catch up with the Magic head coach. Now, we talked about the big man, Jaren Jackson Jr., and specifically how to defend him. And Coach said he's a guy that can score from all three levels. Our guys have to be on him and active defensively as soon as he touches the ball. Coach needs his team to bring the energy tonight, and we'll see if they can respond. Guys?
Thank you, David. Here's Morant, and finished off by Morant.
That's a double whammy, guys.
That's right. A great defensive play, then the emphatic stuff.
Yeah, once he poked it away, you knew what was on his mind.
Now here's Caldwell Pope. Launches it. Batadze with the bucket.
Yeah, becoming better at setting up his teammates, and KCP delivers that pass on target.
Morant with a wide open look. And right away, they match it with a three-pointer of their own.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
This is today's NBA. Hey, we see this kind of exchange more often than not.
There's Batadze. Goes up high for the two-handed dunk. A lot of give and take between these sides early.
And both teams look like they came to play. We should have a good one.
Suggs with the steal.
2 minutes remaining in the first. 2 minutes.
Kicks it out to Banchero. Shoots over Wells. Suggs passes to Banchero. Six on the shot clock. Lets it go with a three. They get the rebound. Takes a three. The shot comes out. And so Morant will bring it up for the Memphis Grizzlies. They trail by one. Driving the lane. Oh, look out! Look out!
Now that's how you finish. And man, does Morant put on a show. He's got such insane athleticism.
And you look at the Grizzlies defense the last few years, RJ extremely disruptive.
Yeah, they've been top of the league in steals and blocks. That's just a part of the DNA in Memphis. It can be exhausting playing against guys like this.
And here's Banchero following the three from Jaren Jackson. Wagner against Jackson. Wagner, right side. On the top of the key. That shot by Caldwell Pope, no good.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that.
Jackson setting the pick here for Morant. Misses the three. Orlando's gone 2 of 5 from three-point land here in the first quarter. And Caldwell Pope gets the basket.
And the long strides of KCP. Dangerous changing ends there, and he loves to finish in space.
Jackson against Wagner. Jackson, that's good. It has been nip and tuck through the first half.
Exactly, guys. The way it's seesawed back and forth, unbelievable.
No one near Suggs as he lets it go. Trains the three-pointer. Suggs has got 7 points in the game.
So confident shot by Suggs. He just goes right up and lets it fly.
A nice first quarter of play. We've seen plenty of offense so far. Magic lead by 2. And the second quarter will get underway just after this short break. And some good action in the books as we get back to the game that's been pretty close here so far. And guys, what do you think about the offensive approach so far that we've seen for Orlando?
Well, they're off to a good start getting it inside and scoring at close range. Solid fundamentals so far in this one.
And they've also been feeling it from beyond the arc. Good start for them so far.
So on the floor for Memphis. Jackson is out there with Jackson. Then there's John Morant. Then there's Edey. And it's Wells in at the 2-guard spot. Out to the wing. Here's Edey. Good, and a nice assist from Morant. Morant's got 3 assists now in this one.
This is that modern big man play. Tall guys who are comfortable draining shots from deep.
And it's Wagner missing. Memphis has gone 4 of 8 tonight from three-point land, shooting 50% on the 3-ball here. Jackson kicks to Wells. And he's good on the 3-ball. Wells has got the lead up to 2 now for the Grizzlies.
And we've seen several lead changes tonight. Neither team giving an inch.
I've been on the edge of my seat courtside. Man, this has been a barn burner.
And Caldwell Pope pretty effective in that pick and roll.
And Richard, when it comes to Jaren Jackson, there's a lot to appreciate. My goodness.
Oh, I love that he can guard 1 through 5. Really a modern defensive NBA big man. He can go back to the basket or he can face up. He doesn't need the ball to make a huge impact. No, it's just ridiculous. He is just an absolute surgeon when he has the ball. This man is surgical. There is no way to slow him down when he wants to score.
Carter outside. To the wing right side. The Magic need to get a shot off here. Pulls up on the wing. And there's Wagner on the assist from Banchero. Wagner's got 5 now.
Taking full advantage of a gap in the mid-range coverage.
Here's Morant. No good again that time. Orlando leading by 5. Banchero dishes to Caldwell Pope from downtown. And the rebound goes to the Grizzlies. Edey's got his 4th rebound in this one. Here's Wells. Offensive rebound. And it is flushed down with a nice jam.
When he's on the floor, offensive rebounding is always going to be a strength for them.
Greg, he keeps so many possessions alive, doesn't he?
Yeah, you can feel Coach smiling on the sidelines with every offensive board. He can really stroke it from deep. You have to keep better tabs on him.
Memphis has gone 6 of 14 with the 3-ball tonight. Just a little over 40%. They get it again. Edey goes back up.
2 minutes remaining in the first half.
Here's Morant. And then Morant slams it in.
He gets a lot of defensive attention, but Morant, he can expect this type of rough scene anytime he takes it inside.
Outside, Carter bangs home the trifecta. And the Magic lead by 1. Richard, we know how hard the game is to play, but I think we also know how hard the game is to officiate.
I agree, Kevin. I think the one thing about basketball is that it's constant movement. There are plays happening all around the referees. It's not like football where every 45 seconds you run another play. In 45 seconds, you could have had a different 5 or 6 possessions. That puts a tremendous amount of pressure on the referees.
Here's Jackson with the three. The rebound by Caldwell Pope.
And I think that one could have easily have fallen for him.
Suggs looking around. Wagner kicks to Suggs. And Carter has it in the corner. Wagner against Jackson. Banchero inside. Wagner passes to Banchero. A second chance effort. And the rejection by Jackson. Out of bounds as Orlando keeps possession. So Memphis ends up going with the new group. 32 seconds left in the first half of the game. Shoots from the elbow. And the rebound goes to the Grizzlies. Pass to Bagley. 16 seconds left to play here in the half. Left side, Bane. Shot clock at 3. They set the screen. Kennard for 3. He can't get that one to fall. And some good action through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. It's the Magic up 1. Step away briefly, but get you right back out here for the start of the third quarter after our halftime. And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. You have to like what you're seeing from John Morant.
And the way that he has helped out with the ball movement has been a difference maker early on.
And it's a role we don't always see him in, but he's done a great job tonight getting the rest of his team involved.
They've got Black. Also Anthony out there. Wagner out there with Jonathan Isaac. And it's De Silva in at the power forward. This is out there for Orlando. Launches the 3, connects from three-point range. Black's got the lead up to 7 now for Orlando.
Despite his relatively quiet night, they are still winning, and that just shows this team is more than just about one guy.
Bagley, no good. And Anthony's got the ball here for the Magic. 7-point game, the biggest lead in the game. Kennard on the wing. Beyond the arc. Drills it from outside. Kennard's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball.
You can't lose a shooter like him on the court. The ball will find its way to him, and he will drill a 3 each time.
Isaac misses. The Grizzlies trail by 4. Bane inside the three-point line. And another basket for Memphis.
Off and running right out the bat here to start the second half.
Even dating back to his high school days, Desmond Bane was overlooked as a prospect.
Yeah, he wasn't even ranked by any major recruiting services. That just lets you know that the scouts don't always get it right. Then he fell to the 30th pick in the 2020 draft. He's made a lot of teams regret passing on him.
Anthony nowhere around. And a miss there on the triple. Grizzlies have gone 2 of 3 from the field to start the second half. Conchar can't get it to go. Orlando's gone 2 of 5 with the three-point shot since coming out of the break. And the basket by Isaac.
You just can't let Isaac get that much room to shoot it from deep. He's a very consistent three-point shooter with a fluid shooting form.
Just outstanding distribution. This is the kind of team chemistry that you love to see.
Here's Black, guarded by Bane. Bagley against Isaac. Black, no good. The Grizzlies trail by 3. Pass to Bane. And he uses both hands to jam it in.
Those plays can make a difference in a game like this.
Well, you know it's going to fire up, Greg, everybody on that bench.
And you can feel the jolt of energy that he sent through his team. That is a huge boost in a tight game like this.
Wow, he doesn't make plays like that very often. That's a nice move inside.
Magic leading by 3. Anthony kicks to Wagner. Pass to De Silva.
2 minutes remaining in the third. 2 minutes.
1:57 left to play in the third. And there's the drive. Here's Black. From the arc. Conchar pulls it in. The Grizzlies trail by 3. Bain passes to Bagley. Kennard on the wing. Covered by Anthony. And that's good. Luke Kennard for 3. Kennard's got a pair of 3s now here in the third for Memphis. Black kicks to Anthony. 3-pointer. Bagley with the rebound. For Memphis, they've gotten 5 of 8 shots to fall for them in the third quarter. A nice 62% for the field. Kept alive. The kick out to Bain. And now Orlando on the break. Pass to Isaac. Here's Black. 50 seconds left in the third. Grizzlies with the rebound. 2-for-1 chance here.
Let's see if they use the clock to their advantage. And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
Isaac against Bagley. Here's De Silva. Buries the long-range jumper. De Silva's got himself on the board with 3 there.
I love watching Isaac find the open teammate. Has great floor awareness out there and just knows when one of his guys has a clean look.
About 3 seconds between shot and game clock. Bagley with a wide-open look. And he can't answer back. The 3-pointer offline. And now the fast break. Anthony with the ball.
You gotta love his hustle, leaving the defense no time to react.
And all of a sudden, that man was just on the other end. Wow.
Kennard for 3. Oh, he nails it just in time.
One eye on the rim, one on the clock. What a play.
Boy, that was close. Got it in just in the nick.
And as we finish the third quarter, it's still close. Both teams trading baskets. Magic lead by 2. And we'll have the start of the fourth quarter for you as soon as we get back from this short break. And how about a look now at our assist of the game? Brought to you by State Farm.
And he sliced the D wide open with his feet. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
That's an unguardable pass, flat out. Give him credit for possessing that type of vision.
And with 3 quarters behind us, we start the fourth quarter in what is still anybody's ballgame. So on the floor for Memphis, they've got Jackson. Wells is out there with John Morant. And there's Jackson. And it's Edey in at the 5.
And you want him taking big shots for you in big moments. That one was as easy as it gets.
Yeah, it's clear why they go to him in these moments. They know he's going to deliver for him.
Jackson has the open look. Hits the 3-point bomb. Boy, right down to the wire here. Still anyone's ball game.
Yeah, and after all the energy both sides have expended, both teams still hungry for the win.
Here's De Silva. Guarded by Jackson. 5 on the clock. Isaac passes to Black. It's over Morant. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. In a moment to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from for Memphis.
The name of the game in the modern NBA is making threes. Space in the court, and that's exactly what they are doing tonight.
And another thing, the defense didn't clog the lanes. They took full advantage with their ability to attack the paint on a lot of those possessions.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Memphis needs to get off a shot here. That's tipped. And here's Banchero. He'll bring it up for the Magic. Here's Black. Pass to Wagner. Fires for three. Rebounded by Jackson. For Memphis, they've gone 2 of 3 from the field to get the fourth quarter started. Jackson dishes to Morant. This one for three. And it's Orlando with the rebound. Bitadze's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Here's Black. Here's Bitadze. Caldwell Pope feeling it out a bit. Hits it from three-point range. And the Magic lead by 3.
Yeah, defenses beware. You have to close out hard on KCP and disrupt his rhythm.
And finished off by Morant.
Just the kind of play they need in a game this close.
You know, that's the kind of aggression they want from their floor leader.
No doubt. That's the kind of play that can energize the whole team, and they will take it in a close game like this.
Black kicks to Caldwell Pope. Over Morant. It's rebounded by Memphis. There's Jackson with the 3. Traps in the tray. Jackson's got the lead up to 2 now for the Grizzlies.
Won't shy away from the big moment. No hesitation from Jackson Jr. on that shot.
Here's Black driving in. Right wing. There's Bitadze. No good with the triple.
That was a good possession. They got a clean look. The shot just didn't fall.
Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Now it's a 5-point Grizzly lead.
And this is where Morant really shines. The bigger the moment, the more he wants to capitalize.
For the Magic, Carter, he's checked in for Goga Bitadze. And it's Suggs in for Black. Suggs. And Suggs throws it down.
Cutting into that deficit now, well within striking distance.
A stop or two in the next minute or so, and they could even this game up. Great job to keep battling.
And the shot by Wells, no good. Orlando's gone 1 of 3 from outside the arc since we've reached the fourth quarter. Wagner against Jackson. Pass to Suggs. Yes, once again, it remains perfect. 6 attempts and 6 hits.
And really good habits paying off for Suggs. He's finding shots and drumming up points for his squad.
Gets it from downtown.
Well, and this has been their strategy throughout the fourth period. We'll see how it pans out.
I think when you've got it going from three-point range, you've got to keep it going. It's a good way to kind of pile up the points quickly.
Memphis has gone 4 of 7 with the long ball here in the fourth quarter. Jackson, a screen on Suggs. Morant against Suggs. Outside Jackson. There's the 3. They get it back. Out to Morant. Wells sets the pick for Morant. It's up a 3. And a shot by Wells, no good.
This isn't a done deal yet, but they have got to move quick.
Yeah, they need to focus on scoring every possession and not turning over the ball.
Pass to Wagner. For the win. Oh, big time shot.
Down it goes at the buzzer. Boy, get anybody. teams, Brent. They both pile up assists.
Those are some of the better teams to play for and are the most dangerous in terms of setting up your scheme defensively. Coaching staffs have a really hard time trying to get their team ready against an opponent that moves the ball as often as both of these teams do tonight.
And the starting lineup for the Grizzlies. Edey out there with Jaren Jackson. Then there's Ja Morant. Then it's G.G. Jackson. And it's Wells in at the shooting guard position. And here's Curry for three. Fires in the triple.
I mean, just so easy for Curry to get that three off. Beautiful shot.
Time now to hear from our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Steve Kerr gave me a few minutes to catch up with him, and we discussed his plan for Ja Morant. Coach smiled and said, I just told my guys to stay ready out there, ready for anything, because Morant can do so many surprising things. We just have to stay on our toes. Hopefully that flexible mindset helps the defense keep up with Morant's antics out there. BA?
Okay, good stuff. Thank you, Allie. Morant doesn't go that time. Ooh, good work defensively by Butler. And when you look back at the 2023 draft, the Warriors got great value out of their picks.
Yeah, I mean, they got Podziemski with the 19th pick, a versatile player who impacts the game at both ends. And they also got Trace Jackson Davis late in the second round. And he is a fundamentally sound big man with great upside.
And it's Edey missing.
And he probably thought he was going to bury that one.
Outside Butler. The three is up. The rebound by Jackson.
He's not the guy that you want to give a wide open look from three-point range. They're lucky that that one doesn't cost them.
Edey for three. Drops in the three.
He's consistent from out there, especially when you give him that kind of room.
Here's Curry. He has 6. Outside, Green. Back to Curry. About 2 minutes gone by in the first quarter. Memphis has gone 1 of 2 from three-point land so far. Here's Morant. Plenty of room to knock down that one.
I love this approach. Getting him involved early, and it's already paying off.
Well, he's going to just keep going now. That's early confidence for him.
Butler on the wing. Here in the first, just under 2.5 minutes played so far. Here's Green. Good, and Butler gets the assist.
He's a different shooter when he shoots in one piece and with great confidence. Draymond Green, terrific, taking a high-quality shot that time.
Here's Edey over Looney. Again, the Grizzlies. Good for 2 more. And Curry's got the ball here for the Golden State Warriors. They trail by 1. Shoots from the baseline. It's hauled in by Ja Morant.
I admire the play call. They just couldn't capitalize.
Yeah, an efficient offensive possession. They found the look that they wanted, just didn't go in.
Now here's Jackson. He buries it from 3.
That jumper is pure. Jackson with great touch for a big man. Set him up, let him knock him down.
Curry gets the bucket. Curry's got 8.
The defensive effort was lacking a bit, but hey, give him credit for finding a weakness there.
Just really smart basketball and exploiting whatever holes that he's seeing right now in the defensive squad.
Here's Edey. He's got 5. Over Looney. And it's Edey missing. Brent, you could hit the 3 back in your day, and no doubt, Stephen Curry is the best three-point shooter in league history. What makes him so good from deep?
To me, BA, it comes down to the way that Steph goes about his habits in practice. If you ever watch footage of him in pregame warm-ups or in the offseason, there is so much variability in what he does in terms of preparing his feet and hands to shoot the basketball. There's no one that practices the way that Steph does. There's no one that produces the way that he does either.
And even though he couldn't send the shot back at him, he certainly altered it.
Yeah, that's the kind of energy that you want to see on every possession throughout the game.
Kicks it out to Jackson. They set a pick. Over Green. It's wide right. Hits off the rim.
The defense better tighten up on the mid-range. They're much, much tighter. You expect him to make every single one of those.
And again, no good by Golden State. The Grizzlies have gone 5 of 12 in this first quarter. Jackson against Butler. Here's Edey. The Warriors pull it in. Looney's got 6 rebounds now in the game. Three-pointer. He got it up in time, but it would not fall for him. And still a close game as the first quarter. And getting it going again here in the second quarter. Fairly close game so far. What stands out to you from the Grizzlies in this one?
Just excellent first quarter defense. They've been really getting after it.
Just a great job, really, of making the game ugly, trying to muck it up a little bit out there.
On the court for the Grizzlies, they've got Ja Morant, Edey out there with Jackson, then it's G.G. Jackson, and it's Wells in at shooting guard. The Warriors trailing. Pass to Curry, launches a three. Curry buries the triple.
They keep capturing the lead and giving it back. We'll see if they can hold on to it this time.
Well, you can tell they really want to increase this lead. They can't keep letting them take it from them.
Oh, you gotta love the back and forth, showing real confidence at the arc.
Yeah, both teams finding ways to the three-point line and trying to take advantage from distance. One of the more skilled offensive players that is on the floor here tonight. Not an easy fella to hold in check.
Pass to Edey. Fires the three. The Warriors pull it in. Curry looking it over. Takes the three. The rebound by Edey. Edey's got 6 rebounds now in the game. Here's Wells. Butler covering. Jackson with a screen on Butler. Three-pointer. Jackson can't get it to go. Golden State has gone 1 for 3 from downtown here in the second. Outside for Green. Pass to Looney. Here's Payton. Curry with it. 13 points in the game. Down to 5 on the shot clock. From behind the arc. And the Warriors get it back. The offensive rebound. Lets the three fly. Gets the three to fall. Curry's got 16 points.
Curry's found his groove out there, and that's a scary thought.
Morant, he's open. And the shot is good. Dropping it off the front of the rim.
Mid-range, plenty of room for that release. He's going to take those all day long.
Curry from deep three-point land. Curry with another miss. Memphis trailing here. And we're now a little over 2.5 minutes into the second. And it goes as the official calls the foul. Count it, and he'll shoot one more at the line. That's going to send Ja Morant to the line. That's on Gary Payton II. All right, Grant, give it to us straight here. What's the deal with star treatment in the NBA, you think?
Star treatment? What is that, B.A.? No, I think some players have a reputation which might help them on 50-50 calls. And you could argue that some players have a reputation that hinders them on the 50-50 calls. So it really just all depends.
Green got a piece of it.
2 minutes remaining in the first half. 2 minutes.
Jackson for three. Knocks it down from distance. And now it's a 5-point Grizzly lead.
No way he's going to pass that shot up. The D is way too far back and relaxed in getting out on it.
Left side, Green. Drives to the hoop. They can't stop the run with that one. The Grizzlies have gone 4 for 7 in the second quarter. Jackson for three. The rebound by Payton. Golden State has gone 2 of 6 from distance here in the second quarter. From downtown, and that's good. Stephen Curry for three. Curry's got 19 points.
Defensively, you can't afford to get stuck on the pick.
That's one that the coaches will watch tomorrow with that player. You hate to see him give up in that situation.
And then Morant with the dunk.
And you know you're always going to see some highlights when Morant is on the court. I mean, he loves to use that incredible 44-inch vertical.
Oh, and he blocks it off the glass. Wow. Looney, the screen. Curry passes to Looney. Second chance shot. Curry gets the bucket. He's got 21.
Curry doing it again with the quickest releases we've ever seen.
Out of bounds, it'll go to the Warriors.
Golden State basketball.
And so it's Curry with it. He brings it up for the Warriors. Trailing by 2. Three-pointer. The rebound by Edey. The Grizzlies have gotten over 50% of their shots to go. 5 for 9 in the second. There's a 4-second difference between the shot and game clock. Back to Jackson. It's stolen by Green. Outside Curry. Green, a screen. To the inside. It'll count. And that's not going to go. And the first half comes to an end. We've got a close game going here. Grizzlies out in front, up by 2. And we've got more action coming your way after this break. We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple of quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. Stephen Curry having a dominant impact in this game.
Through the first 2 quarters and change, his perimeter shooting continues to be spot on.
Yeah, you would hope the defense at least would start to consider creeping up on him just a little bit.
Moody is out there with Kuminga. Then it's Buddy Hield. Then there's Brandon Podziemski. And it's Post in at the center position. That's the Warriors 5. What a rookie year for Brandon Podziemski. A seamless transition into the league.
You talk about a guy who could come in and contribute right away. I remember the stretch last year. He had 3 straight games with double-doubles without a turnover. Now, that's some heady play for a rookie. Podziemski, he's got a great calmness and a great demeanor about him, but always willing to make the next play.
Now here's Conchar. He's guarded closely. Laid it in with a nice touch off the window. Conchar's got his first points of the game.
Keeping pace here. That's an excellent move inside.
Hield for 3. And the Warriors miss again. Grizzlies lead by 4. Kennard outside. Conchar outside. Pass to Huff. 5 on the clock. And there's the screen. Now here's Kennard. Guarded by Hield. And they force the shot clock violation. Great D.
Warriors basketball.
The Warriors have gone 0 for 3 to start the second half. Hield on the wing. Uncovered. And he hits the jump shot.
And these quick hitting plays are great for a quick set shooter. Hield scoring.
Here's Kennard. Hasn't gotten one to fall yet. On the wing, Conchar. Just 5 on the clock. Lets it go from deep. Sinks the tray.
0 defense. You can't let a good shooter have the wide open 3.
They've been having major problems offensively.
Definitely in a bit of a dry spell. That's what you need your bigs to do. Step up and control the defensive glass.
Now here's Kennard. 5-point lead, biggest of the game, from outside the arc. Kuminga pulls it in. Golden State has got nothing to fall here in the third. Oh, whoa! Kuminga putting on a show out here.
B.A., I'm not sure he should be flaunting around the rim like that with this game so close.
Oh, it's risky, but it sure did look good. On the wing, Conchar. They set the pick for 3. Hits a 3-pointer. Conchar's got 8 here in this quarter. The Warriors have got just 2 of 6 in the second half. Down low. Back to Podziemski. Pass to Post. Wide open look. And it's out of bounds. The Warriors able to retain possession here. Here's Pajemski. Still no points. Count it.
Picasso couldn't have drawn that up any better. Perfect execution off the inbounds.
Grizzlies lead by 4. Kennard outside. The 3. It's rebounded by Golden State.
Yeah, and the defense has really got to tighten up on him. I mean, he's just too dangerous from the three-point line.
And stolen by Bain. Bagley against Kuminga. Outside Bagley. Three-pointer. On target from range. Bagley's got himself on the board with a 3 there.
Well, Bagley knows how important an outside shot is for today's big, and he knocks one down.
Here's Pajemski. And they come right back with their own three-pointer.
These teams are finding the range, showing a lot of confidence.
It seems like they're going to find out who can make the deepest threes. Right now, it's a shootout.
Conchar outside. Kennard right side. Bagley sets a screen. Kennard can't get it to go.
I'm not sure how he finds himself in so much space there. He's kicking himself for whiffing a bit on that one.
Gets stolen by Hield. Here we go, one-on-one. 3-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Kuminga finds Hield. Pajemski with it. There's a screen by Kuminga. Again, Golden State.
Well, that's good teammate stuff right there. Looking for your guys. Buddy Hield has a strong feel for when to give it up.
And there's a pick. Here's Kennard. Outside Bain. Bagley for 3. No good. Misses at the buzzer. It's still anybody's game as we reach the end of 3. Grizzlies out. And it's time now to bring you our State Farm assist of the game.
You know, I'm kind of stoked this was a choice because I love this pass. A remarkable find. He put his court vision on full display.
Well, a great job with the eyes. And what separates great playmakers, as we note, is peripheral vision.
Man, I know I speak for all of us when I say I can't wait to see what kind of finish awaits us here in the 4th quarter. On the court for Memphis to start the 4th. They've got Desmond Bain. John Conchar is out there with Marvin Bagley. Then it's Luke Kennard. And it's Huff in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. And here's Curry for 3. Oh, wow. Drew the contact, and that 3 almost went in. So he'll go to the line for 3 free throws.
Curry does a great job of selling that up fake, and he forces the D to react, and they make the mistake.
Stephen Curry is still playing, but the debates have already started about where he ranks among the all-time greats, Brent.
Oh, BA, it's a matter of opinion, but if your opinion is that he shouldn't be up there, shame on you. At 6'2", this guy is pound for pound, maybe the best player that's ever suited up in this league.
Now here's Jackson. Back to Morant. Jackson outside. Pass to Jackson. Clock at 4. Shot on the wing. And he sinks that one, hitting the back of the rim on the way in. And the Grizzlies lead by 4.
I just don't think they want him taking that kind of shot. Again, his teammates are just laughing, shaking their heads there on the bench.
Outside Curry. Looney the screen. Curry no good. Memphis leading by 4. Outside Morant. There's the 3. And again, it's the Grizzlies from deep.
This is what it's been since halftime. Remarkable results from downtown.
Yeah, pretty infectious right here, guys. In good spirits, and percentages from downtown on the rise in the second half.
Now here's Morant. Jackson the screen. Morant with it. Now guarded by Butler. Green against Jackson. 4-3. They get it back. Right wing. Here's Wells. A chance to push it to double digits, but it's off the mark. Pass to Butler. From about 16. Oh, and that one had the right spin on it. It's good. Curry's got 26 points.
Steph's willing to hurt you from the mid-range. Look, if you're going to be that open, he's going to take the shot.
Outside Morant. Now here's Jackson. Takes a three. Looney grabs a miss. Looney's got 9 rebounds now. And here's Butler outside. And that comes off the assist by Green. Now just a 2-point Grizzly lead.
And that's how you share the ball. They got what they wanted, and Butler put the finishing touches on it.
Morant against Payton. Back to Morant. Morant on his... Oh! John Morant! My goodness!
Can you say prime time player Morant? He enjoys delivering for his team in these parts of the game.
Now here's Curry. Inside. Outside for Green. Pass to Curry. Tries it from the top of the key. It's rebounded by Memphis. Edey's got double-digit rebounds now in the game. A bit under 3.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth. Jackson on the wing. Here's Wells. He's covered by Curry. Jackson the screen. Here's Morant. Jimmy Butler with a rebound.
Well, he's a guy that count on to produce from the mid-range. He doesn't miss too many open looks from there.
Green finds Curry. Outside for Butler. Payton passes to Butler. Offline with a three. And so Morant will bring it up for Memphis. They've given up just 8 points in the fourth. And it's Gary Payton, the second with a foul. That'll be his second foul of the game. 54 seconds left to play in the fourth quarter. There's a screen. Outside Morant. Just 5 to shoot. Look at Morant working the paint. Nice.
Oh, you know Morant wants it. And guess what? He got it.
Curry passes to Looney. Oh, he nails it! What a beautiful shot! Brings him within 3!
Slow defensive rotation causing a breakdown along the perimeter.
And they go to the intentional foul.
First personal foul. Second team foul.
And he cannot get the first one to drop. Tough one to miss.
Taking 2 shots.
That's good. Going 1 of 2 from the line. And that gives him a 4-point cushion. And here are the Warriors now. Pass to Butler. And there is the whistle. That'll go on Kevon Looney. That's his first foul of the game.
I love great defense. Just quick to establish his feet, and he takes the hit.
Now Morant. Fires away from way outside. Gets the bucket. And so the Grizzlies take the win. And they barely squeezed out the win here on the road.
But eventually, I'll get there.
I'm a tiger on the loose, I'm a menace in the booth, I'm the medicine you're afraid to take. I'm the gasoline and nut and the devil in your gut that you're fighting just to keep it baked. Kinda like the view with the dice and me, top down with the rims and gold. So baby, pour me a drink, I'm gonna let out the freak beat back and let me still. Let him run, let him eat, stone cold killer. Let off the beat. Let him bang on the streets like Godzilla. Let
When you take a look at how these teams play, is it fair to expect a slower pace of the game?
I certainly think so, partner. I mean, both teams are extremely disciplined. They're not really interested in going up and down in a windshield wiper fashion. They value taking care of the ball and playing in the half court.
A look at the starting group for the Magic. Wagner and Banchero are the forwards. In the backcourt form, it'll be Suggs and Caldwell Pope. And it's Bitadze in at the 5, roaming the paint. Now, Suggs for the missed 3 from Stephen Curry.
Golden State basketball.
And so Curry will bring it up for the Warriors. From outside the arc, score the basket. Nice shot after missing his first attempt.
That's Curry's game. I mean, you can't give him a sliver of daylight out there.
Wagner on the wing, defended by Butler. Banchero, that's good.
The real. Come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
A little back and forth from long range. I love it. That's a terrific answer there.
Got that bucket in no time at all. Curry's got 6.
And you got the feeling that was coming. Curry loves coming back with a 3 of his own.
One-on-one fast break. Green inside the three-point line, and it's Wagner with the rebound. Here's Orlando now. And Clark, we're looking at Franz Wagner here. What makes him so effective?
Well, his size and mobility, a rare combination, and how good he is instinctively at the defensive end of the floor. I mean, he can get out and get in a stance and guard guards, and he also can bang inside with big physical guys, and he's very fluid in his motion. Great agility. Love watching that young fella play.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Paolo Banchero. That's his first foul. It's Curry outside. Good on the triple. 9 points in the game so far.
It doesn't matter if it's off the bounce or off the catch. Curry never loses rhythm on his jump shot.
They set the pick. Fires for 3. They get it back. And good work on the boards. They pick up the second chance points.
Second chance points always hurt. Just not enough effort to block out.
Hey, guys standing around spectating, I mean, you got to get in there and get tough.
And stolen by Wagner. And here's the fast break. Suggs leading the way.
Boy, good vision that time from Suggs on this play, finding the most ready shooter and fed him nicely.
With a short break in the action, gives us a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge.
Well, I talked with head coach Steve Kerr, and we spoke briefly about how critical it is to slow down Paolo Banchero. Coach said he can be a force on offense when he gets a couple to fall. The energy and effort from our guys has to be high if you want to contain him. See if that team can contain Banchero out there, guys. Back to you.
Thanks so much, David. Oh, and the jam by Butler.
Nasty. I'm talking filthy. Butler punching it and getting his teammates on the bench amped up.
2 minutes remaining in the first. 2 minutes.
Caldwell Pope against Curry. Caldwell Pope passes to Bitadze. Gets the three-pointer to fall. Bitadze's got 5 now.
And good to get him going early. That shot should give him some confidence.
Perhaps he's set for a big night. I mean, he can be a difference maker for him when he's on his game.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
First personal foul. First team foul.
1:29 left here in the first quarter. Caldwell Pope passes to Bitadze. Banchero inside. Guarded by Green. Good on the bucket. He has 7.
And smart ball movement there from Banchero. And that selflessness will endear him to his teammates.
Suggs against Curry. It's deflected. Caldwell Pope right side. Beyond the arc. The shot will not fall. Warriors have gone 6 of 9, shooting it well. And the wide open shot from Green. The three-pointer no good.
Boy, I'm absolutely shocked he didn't get that one to go. Usually he's money from deep.
The tray. Rebound by Butler. Golden State's gone 3 of 5 from three-point land so far in the ballgame. Curry's shot is off. Orlando trailing here. The shot and game clock separated by 4. It's stolen by Green. And Green slams it in.
How about the execution inside by Green? He's excellent at knowing when to attack down low.
Caldwell Pope, sweet little floater.
How about that wonderful floater he has? Showing off an exquisite touch.
Curry outside. He doesn't hit that one. That will count. That one, no good. It's been all about Stephen Curry for the Warriors. He put together quite a quarter. And this has been a fairly close game through the first quarter, and we'll see what happens here in the second. And a chance for just a second to check out the scoring breakdown for the Warriors.
We've got a bunch of this game yet to be played, but they're shooting it well from the three-point line. That's got to be a welcome sight.
And, you know, in no time at all, they've also started finding points inside, already taking apart that interior defense.
This is how the floor looks for the Magic starting the second. Sliding in at the wing, we'll see Caldwell Pope and Wagner. Then there's Jalen Suggs. Then there's Banchero. And it's Bitadze in at the center position. Now, here's Suggs. Scoreless thus far. Suggs with a screen for Banchero. And he banks in the layup.
And great work inside. This is where Banchero feasts.
From Rookie of the Year in 2023 to an All-Star break in 2024. Paolo Banchero.
And Kevin, that really says it all, doesn't it? Few players hit the ground running like Banchero has. Becoming an elite competitor, people fear almost instantly.
Now Caldwell Pope, after the missed 3 from Stephen Curry, lets the 3 fly. The rebound by Post.
That's a look you cannot pass up. It's also one you should miss.
No one near Payton as he lets it go. Good, and Curry gets the assist. Payton's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Caldwell Pope with the screen on Peyton. Suggs finds Caldwell Pope. Trying to answer back, but that three is off the mark. Warriors leading by 4. Curry passes to Green. Stolen by Caldwell Pope. Here's Bitadze. Fires from deep. Drills it from outside. Bitadze's got 10 points.
Nice job that time by Caldwell Pope, getting it to the right man. Superb at sharing the rock with his teammates.
Here's Butler. And the call on the shot sends him to the line.
First personal foul.
It's on Franz Wagner.
And I like the fact that the defense is looking to protect the rim at all costs.
Definitely saved the layup with that foul, and he'll make him earn them from the line, and that's what you want to see.
So a new group on the floor for Orlando. Here's De Silva, and again it's the Magic from deep.
And no matter who it is, that kind of D isn't going to get it done.
Curry is inside, working on Black. Ball's knocked loose. Isaac with the steal. And there's a foul that goes on Jimmy Butler. That is his first foul of the game. And the Warriors with a completely new 5 on the floor.
Substitution on the court.
Going inside. A nice shot by Black. And let's get your guys' take now on the hustle stats for Orlando.
Well, you know, they've been aggressive on the defensive end, and it's paying off for them. Quite a few takeaways for them in the early going.
And so far, just a great job forcing turnovers and creating opportunities in the open floor. The defense at the heart of that.
Great, you look at today's point guards. So many different types that can be effective.
And there's a lot more freedom for point guards to kind of explore the parameters of their game. Sometimes it's steadying an offense. Other times it's to ignite it.
So it's the Warriors now, following the bucket by Orlando. And he drives in. Pass to Looney. Here's Podziemski. Golden State moving the ball around. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
Oh, just solid on the one-handed slam.
And guys, when it's a tight ball game like this, he's the guy they want with the ball.
Somebody you can count on. He is an extremely reliable finisher.
1:32 left in the second quarter. A shot by Anthony, no good. Golden State's gone 2 of 4 from three-point range so far in the second quarter. Back to Podziemski. And it's out of bounds. The Warriors able to retain possession here.
It remains Golden State basketball.
Kuminga against Anthony. And Kuminga gets it to go. And the Warriors lead by 2.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
Anthony kicks to Cook. His three-pointers off the mark. Warriors have gone 5 of 8 from the floor here in the second quarter. Over 60% shooting. Kuminga up top, defended by Carter. Pulls it up. It's hauled in by the Magic.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
Back to Isaac. Puts up a 3. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
Well, you know what? I think you've got to have that shot in your game, even if you are a big guy now. And Isaac demonstrating that he does have that in his game.
Gets it to go from beyond the arc.
And we've seen several lead changes tonight. Neither team giving it in.
Yeah, and the lead has changed hands, and it just hasn't stayed in those hands very long when it's changed. Back and forth we go.
Out of bounds, Golden State takes possession.
Just didn't get his hands up in time on that one. They weren't on the same page there.
Fires from way outside, and he was able to put it up in time, but doesn't fall. So that'll be it for the first half. Fairly even battle under. Thank you, David, and we'll be right back after halftime to start the third quarter. See you in just a bit. Second half of basketball upon us. We may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game it's been so far. Curry has been sensational.
Man, he's been running wild on him through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
And you know what? I'll be interested to see just how much he's got left in the tank. That first half had to take a lot out of him.
So with Butler sitting on the bench, here's the group that Steve Kerr has on the floor. You got Buddy Hield, Jonathan Kuminga out there with Moody. Then there's Brandon Podziemski, and it's Looney in at center. Here's Podziemski after the made shot from Cole Anthony. There's a screen. Hield from outside. Black grabs the board. Orlando trailing here. Anthony with the bucket. Anthony's got his second bucket of the game to go.
You gotta love his hustle, leaving the defense no time to react.
And you know you're going to get those buckets, guys, when you're quick to get out on the break. Get that ball up the court as fast as you can.
Shot by Podziemski, no good.
I'm shocked that didn't turn into 3 points. I mean, he makes you pay on those nearly every time.
Here's De Silva. Isaac passes to Black. Lets it go from deep. The Warriors pull it in. 3-on-3. Here's Moody. Outside, Kuminga. Hit by Kuminga. Podziemski. And again, no good by Golden State. Orlando's gone 0-2 from deep to start things here in the second half. No one here, Isaac, as he lets it go. Connects from three-point range. And now a three-point Magic lead. There's the screen with the drive.
The finish was nice, but the setup was better.
Yeah, G8, the pick working to full effect before the stuff.
And, you know, not enough help from the defense there to compensate. He gets a clean look, and that's exactly how you draw it up.
Warriors have gone 2 of 5 shooting here in the third quarter. And Cole Anthony is some kind of scorer when he gets hot.
Yeah, he's really special when he gets it going. He can beat you by himself. That's how good he is. He's a little mercurial, up and down, volatile a bit. But I tell you what, I like what he gives you when he's playing at his best.
Now here's Hield. Still yet to score. For the three. Buries the long-range jumper.
A very efficient range shooter. You expect Hield to take these shots.
Orlando's gone 1 of 3 from downtown since halftime. The three from Anthony. It's rebounded by Kuminga. The Warriors have gone 3 of 7 on field goal attempts here in the second half. Here's Hield. Looney kicks to Hield. And it's Jonathan Isaac with the foul. That is his first foul of the game.
Personal foul. First team foul. Substitution on the court.
Curry from deep three-point land. A miss that time would have put him up. Magic have gone an even 50% from the floor here in the third quarter. 4 of 8. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Curry.
Great instincts from him to get a hand on that pass and tip it out.
And, you know, even though they didn't come up with the steal, that's still a nice defensive play.
Cans it from downtown.
And his presence as a scorer, it just has a calming effect for the rest of the team. He's a fallback option whenever they need him.
Now here's Curry. He's got 15. Drills the three-pointer.
As a defender, it's got to be a futile feeling when Curry's in the zone like this.
And there's a foul called on Franz Wagner. That'll be his second foul of the game.
And really just a great play to sacrifice his body and take the charge.
Heads up action there. Reading the play and then beating him to the spot. Well done.
Now here's Curry. 18 points for him. Green with a screen for Curry. Pass to Green. It's tipped. Now Suggs pushing it up. No one to stop him. Good on the shot. Suggs has got 5. And a look at how the hustle game has been going for Orlando.
I like the fact that they've been very aggressive at the defensive end. Tenacious. They're jumping passing lanes and coming away with a lot of steals.
And they've really been able to get out in transition and produce. The defense hasn't had an answer for this up-tempo pace.
Now Suggs after the missed three from Stephen Curry. Batadze the pass to Wagner. Here's the three. Warriors with the rebound. About 3 seconds between shot and game clock. Back to Curry for the lead. And that'll be Golden State as it goes out of bounds. Warriors retain possession. .16 seconds left in the third quarter. That one good for two.
Butler challenges the opposing team everywhere on the court. Never afraid of any situation. He'll battle you down low.
Banchero outside. At the end of the third, the score is all even. Both teams absolutely filling it up. It's the NBA on 2K Sports. Well, what a terrific game it's been so far, with this fourth quarter sure to bring more pressure-packed basketball. Well, Orlando shooting 56% in this game, really stringing quality possessions together offensively. Fourth quarter on the floor for the Magic. In the backcourt form, it'll be Suggs and Caldwell Pope. Wagner and Banchero are the forwards, and it's Batadze in at the 5 spot. Outside Curry. What a deep shot from Steph Curry.
I mean, the range is just unreal. Curry can make even the toughest shots look easy.
Suggs passes to Wagner. Pass to Batadze. They set the pick. For three, Caldwell Pope. And here's Banchero. Down low. And he goes in for the dunk.
The ability to pass like that will be a must as Banchero's career goes on.
Curry against Suggs. Now here's Green. Pass to Curry. Shot clock at 6. Here's the floater. The rebound by Batadze. Batadze's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Wagner kicks to Banchero. Caldwell Pope on the wing. Back to Banchero. The Magic need to get a shot off here. Banchero is screened for Wagner. Whoops, there's the 24-second shot clock violation, so they'll turn it over.
Basketball.
And so Curry will bring it up for the Warriors. A great fourth quarter, just giving up 2 points. Another three for Golden State.
This is why you gotta be right up on Curry, because he's a dangerous threat off the dribble.
Banchero, that's good.
Cutting into that deficit now, well within striking distance.
Boy, time to tighten it up on defense. A stop here would be huge.
Curry with it. Picked up by Suggs. The shot by Butler. Nobody around. Good. Great play by Green to set it up.
So many of the plays they're running designed to create opportunities from deep.
You know, that's exactly their plan here in the fourth. Work to find space behind the arc and then bury some threes.
He is single-handedly dropping the temperature in here with that cold streak.
And he's got to find other ways to contribute then, because his shot making is not happening right now.
You love how each side has risen to the challenge throughout this one.
Hey, defense is taking a back burner, secondary on the marquee, but who doesn't love a game like this? Let's go. I like offense. Jalen Suggs was known for knocking down big-time hoops in college, and we're already seeing it translate here in the NBA as well. Great confidence from that young man.
Here's Banchero. That's in the tray. And now just a 2-point Warrior lead.
No shame or fear in this young fella. And Carroll going to take on any big shot. Love seeing that from him.
And Payton throws it down hard.
And those plays can make a difference in a game like this.
Well, you know it's going to fire up, Greg, everybody on that bench.
Making a statement for sure. I mean, we'll see if they can maintain that aggressive approach, guys.
Here's Suggs. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Suggs has got 9 points now in just the second half.
You know, on the drive, Suggs can be a bit unpredictable, which keeps him, I think, a step ahead of the defense. You don't want him knowing exactly what you're going to do.
Suggs with the steal. Here we go, one-on-one. There's Wagner with the three. And he recovers it. And they're unable to get the time basket there. Golden State's gone 3 of 4 from downtown here in the fourth. The shot by Payton. Yes!
And you can't get a bigger bucket than that.
Well, that was 1-2. He wanted the ball. Nobody else was taking that shot.
Banchero kicks to Wagner. Looking to get it going. Money!
The young fella taking charge of the situation. Wagner gets the clutch bucket for his team. How sweet is that?
Curry looking it over. There's the pick. Pass to post. 5 to shoot. Back to Curry. Golden State needs to get off a shot. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. Here's Orlando now. Caldwell Pope outside. Here's Bitadze. Back to Caldwell Pope. Wagner with it. Butler covering to take the lead. Count it! And we've got a timeout called by Steve Kerr. This is a huge moment, folks, in this game. And he wants to be prepared. Well, given the scenario here, how do you approach this next possession?
Not enough time to catch and shoot there. They'll have to tip it off the inbound pass to get it up and down.
And so the big win by Orlando in a tight game. This win, such a tremendous emotional boost for